Kimber KDS9c, very first shots out here on the range. Stick around, we'll see how it works. Thanks for dropping in while we take a look at the first shots out of the Kimber KDS, that's Kimber double stack 9 compact. I took the factory lube, or it's almost like a grease off, which is how all Kimbers seem to come these days. Got all that off, inspected it, cleaned it, took it apart, lubed the rails, and did my normal pre-shoot inspection and lube of the gun. We're going to see how it works. We're going to start out with a magazine full. There's 15 rounds in there of cellular and Ballat 124 grain. Now, normally Kimber says use 124 grain to break their guns, and there was no instruction manual with this gun. So I don't know if that's just an oversight or if they're expecting you to do everything online, but anyway, there was nothing with this. So I'm going to start out with my usual procedure and see where it goes. Now, I haven't sighted the gun in yet either. Again, very first shots. So I do have the tools out here to adjust windage and elevation if I need to. We'll put a couple shots at initially at 12, then we'll get it close there, we'll move over to 25, and then finally reach out to 50 and see if I can make this gun work. Okay, very first rounds at 12 yards. We're going to go for the third plate from the left just to see where it's shooting. It's got a very vivid green front sight. Yeah, that didn't even hit the plate. Okay, so try one more just in case that was me pulling it down. And the answer is no. Okay. I didn't paint the silhouette, but let's see if I can get a shot on that. We'll aim for the bolt that holds it there at the top. Hit it, but I couldn't tell where I hit it. Alright, I don't know if I'm going low or high, so I'm going to aim a little high on that third plate again. Alright, so it's shooting a little low right. So we want to come up, safety on, come up with the rear sight just a little bit. Again, no instruction manual of this, so we're giving it our best shot, pun intended. Alright, so that is up. Now we got to go left a little bit and see what that did. Alright, same plate. Okay, that didn't work. That hit low. Now I cranked the back sight up, but it still hit low. Back sight is definitely up. Same plate, center hold. Alright, that's still hitting low right. I don't know how much higher I can go with this rear sight. Alright, one more time. We're going to go for the second plate from the left this time. Center hold, still shooting low. Afraid if I back that screw out very much farther, this sight is going to come off. It's gone way up. I don't know if you can see it there or not. That sight has gone up quite a bit. You can see the springs under it here. So I don't dare go too much higher. Alright, we're going to put one more on that second plate, and then we're going to go over to 25 and give it a try. Still hitting low. Alright, let's set up at 25. Alright, 25 yards, 124 grain cellular and Ballat. Let's start with the raccoon, white raccoon with a red tail. I'm going to aim right at the top of his back. And can't really see where I hit him. Try that again. Hitting to the right, way to the right. Gotta wonder if that's just a tension screw, because it doesn't seem to be moving the sight. I have to wonder if that's just a that set screw on the side again is moving the sight. It doesn't look like it is. It just seems to lock it in. Alright, maybe that's just going to be drift adjustable. We're experimenting. Okay, raccoon, got to aim a little high left. Back to the second plate over here again. Now go to the first plate. And now that one hit high. Alright, butts, ammunition's working fine. 115 grain, MagTech. And let's go back to that first plate again. And now it's hitting high, okay? So let's see if safety's on. Let's loosen that. Would have been nice if this had come with an instruction book. Right now we're just kind of winging it. I really don't want to crank that sight down any farther than it is. And it's acting like that set screw on the right is just a set screw, not a windage adjustment screw. All right, first plate again, 115 grain this time. Center hold. And it looks like it's shooting fairly centered but high. All right, we'll go back to the raccoon at 25. I hit him low. Looks like I might have hit him low. Now it's in a little low left. All right. Well, I'm starting to get the feel of it. Let's go for the crow next to the raccoon. See if I can do that one. I hit just a hair left of where I was aiming. All right. We're starting to get it dialed in. Let's reset the camera for 50. Let's just go for the gong. See if I can make the gong ring at all. All right, I can make that ring. Let's try for the 16-inch high right. Looks like I hit it low right. So again, it's still shooting a little low. Let's aim right at the top of the 16-inch. And that's, I hit where I aimed, okay. One more time on the 16. Again on the 16. That was me. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 left. I'm going to try the 10 to the left of the 16. Still trying to dial this in. Hit something. I think you probably hit the stanchion. All right, got the 10. Can I do the 8 below that? All right. Dare I try the 6 of the last shot here? Huh, all right, that's amazing. All right, first 30 rounds down. I'm going to reset the camera, load up the magazines, and we'll try something else. All right, so far so good. You know, that rear sight concerns me just a little bit. Jury's still out on that. I'm going to have to find out more information from Kimber. So what the deal is with the sight. Again, it looks like it's only going to be drift adjustable. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's drift adjustable. It looks like, well, it might be. It looks like it's mounted to that optic plate. And from the top, there's no way to take that optic plate off. So I'm guessing, I had the slide off, I didn't look at it, but I'm guessing that comes off from the bottom, or has screws from the bottom. I don't know that for sure. In fact, it does look like I may have to do that because I'm starting to see a little bit of movement in the front of that optics plate right now. But we'll have to work on that. We'll see how well this thing is going to hold up while I continue to shooting. One question that comes up is about holsters. So here's my holster. It's a Falco by Craft holster for my EDC X9, and the Kimber fits like a glove in that one. One of my favorite holsters is Garrett Industries Silent Thunder 2, I think it is, and the Kimber does not fit in that. Again, instead, this is a hard Kydex shell leather on the inside. I think it may have something to do with the contouring on the slide. All right, enough about that. I've got some 147 grain Blazer brass in here. So let's just try that. Put a couple here at 15, or excuse me, 12, and then go over to 25. Let's see how the right hand plate, haven't hit anything on that yet. And that's pretty close to point of aim. Go to the next plate over. It's actually shooting just a hair to the left. All right, let's go over to 25. Go back to the raccoon. did not get the raccoon. Still did not get the raccoon. There we go. Shooting just a hair to the left, looks like. Let's go to the crow. Let's go to the red woodchuck between the silhouettes. All right, let's see, there's a paint can buried in the weeds. I wonder if I can get that on the right side of the range over there. There we go. It didn't paint the targets for me, but 147, it's functioning okay. Stick to 25. What if we get the head flipper on... Oh, the head flipper on the red silhouette's halfway out. Looks like it's hung up on the 10-inch. Let's get the head flipper on the black silhouette. All right, that was right on. Point of aim. Can I get it back? All right, I'm still going to have to work with this a little bit. A couple of rounds left. Let's see, back to the red woodchuck. All right. Now I got some 115 grain, no, 124 grain. My hand loads. Let's just real quick see if I can run the plates. Not sure exactly where that hit. That's, I got one plate has no hits on it. It's third in from the right. Let's see where that's hitting with these. Just a hair low. Okay. Start with the left. Let's go ask Alice with a white rabbit. Red prairie dog and plates. $60 rounds down so far. I'm going to go for 200 today out here and just see how it's going to work. All right, the barrel for this Kimber KDS9c is still hot. That's why I'm hanging on to it with a paper towel here. I want to show you the flutes on it to show that you know, it does have a lot of, it helps make it lighter, I think. Also, notice there's not the usual locking lugs on the top of the barrel like you see on most 1911s. So this locks up on the back of the barrel hood, or the chamber hood, and also right at the front, so there are no individual locking lugs. But so far it appears to be relatively accurate. Another thing that is interesting on this gun is, again, like the Wilson EDC X9, it does not have full-length rails. That helps contribute some to the reliability of the gun, and in a lot of ways this is very similar to the Wilson. One more thing is on the slide, the optics plate is removable, but the only way that I can see to remove it, there's two screws kind of buried in there that set screws that take the same wrench that you take on the to adjust the elevation on the sight, and I'm guessing that this is somehow dovetailed or wedged in there, so take those two screws out and that optics plate comes off. When I'm examining it, it does look like the rear sight is not adjustable for windage. It is only adjustable for elevation. Again, I have to reach out to Kimber and see what they have to say about that, because there was no owner's manual. Kimber KDS9c, 60 rounds out of it so far. 15 more. These are going to be PMC 115 grain jacketed hollow point. Just run the plates here for couple of rounds at 12 yards, and let's just see if these are going to continue to function. All right, white rabbit again, plates. Okay. No complaints. I'm going to follow that up with some of my handlers, 124 grain extreme bullets in those, and again, let's just continue to see how it'll do here at 12. How about a 3-inch? Can I get a 3-inch? Can I get another 3-inch? Yeah, I can. 90 rounds so far. I'm going to save some of the camera battery here and put some more in, and then we'll do a follow-up, or we'll do a wrap-up rather. Kimber KDS9c, final 2 mags of the day. First mag is going to be 15 rounds of my 124 grain. These are, let's see, extreme plated round nose. Try those at 50. And then I got a magazine of, again, extreme. These are 124 grain jacket or hollow point Federal small pistol primers, and all Federal cartridge cases. So let's just see if I can do anything here at 50 yards again with these hand loads. Now these 124 round nose are not necessarily the most accurate that I've loaded up. Got the gong. Let's go back to that 16. No. There we go, the 12 below it, 10 to the left of the 16, 8 below that, 6 to the left of that. Alright, so far this is doing just about as well as my EDC X9. Alright, I got a few left. Let's still stick at 50. 16. We haven't done the, see, I can just barely see it through the weeds here. It's a maroon silhouette with a white center. Looks like I got it. Alright, 12-inch to the left of that. Gong. 16. 6 again maybe. And the last shot I missed the 6. Alright, let's stay at 50. Try with these hollow points. See if I get that 6 with these. No, let's go to the 8. Back to the 6. No. Getting the 8. I'm gonna work on that 6 a little bit more. I think all the good shots are gone out of me today. Got a few left. Yeah, back to the 16. Now back to the 6. Not gonna happen. That's a wrap. Not one single hiccup out of this gun. Shooting a whole bunch of different kinds of ammunition. I'm just a little concerned about that back sight, but I'll get more information on that when we go to chapter 3 of this. So, Kimber KDS9c, Kimber double stack 9c, 15 rounds, in so many ways comparable to the Wilson EDC X9 at half the price. Wow. Okay, I know it's a Kimber. There's a group of you who, well, let's get these off. I know there's a whole group that loves Kimber, anything about them. They're great, no matter what it is. Another group that absolutely hates Kimber. Half of that group that hates Kimber has probably never shot a Kimber. They're just going by what a friend says, or social media, whatever. And there's a whole big group in between that, okay, it's, every company makes some good guns, some bad, well, almost every company. But to compare this double stack 9 compact by Kimber with the Wilson EDC X9, I know there are going to be a lot of people out there that's going to say sacrilege. You can't do that. Well, yeah, I can, and I'm doing it. Is this everything that EDC X9 is at half the price? Not quite, I'll admit that. The trigger's still a little heavier. Again, we're about 3.5 pounds, or a little more than 3.5 versus about 2 on my Wilson. But then again, the EDC X9, I've shot a couple thousand rounds to it. Does this probably have some MIM parts in it, metal injection molded? Sure. Is MIM bad? If it's done right, it can be as good as machined. I don't think you'll find any MIM parts in the an EDC X9. Some people complain because there's no accessory rail on it. As a civilian concealed carry gun, you don't need an accessory rail. If you're going to try to put a flashlight on and use that to identify your target, you're already committing a felony by pointing a gun at somebody you may not have to point it at. Not a fan of rails on concealed carry guns. You notice there is no grip safety on it. Now my Alpha Foxtrot S15 does have a grip safety, which I kind of like. A lot of people don't like grip safeties. Wilson didn't put one on their EDC X9. And finally, you'll notice that it has an external extractor. Nothing wrong with an external extractor. Sometimes they're easier to tune. You know, there's just a lot to like about this. It's not a $3,000 gun. It shoots pretty close to a $3,000 gun. Doesn't feel quite the same. Working the slide, again, it's relatively new. Doesn't feel quite the same quality of a Wilson, but again, half the price. Is there a need to go to, if you can afford the Wilson, great. But man, I guess I'm singing the praises right now of the Kimber KDS9. So far, so good. Next up is the 1,000 round review. Give me a couple of weeks to get the 1,000 rounds to it, but that's what's happening next. Thanks for dropping in.